You okay, Popos? I hope that was seen. My head being deformed it as much as it has been, completely and totally flat, and having only feeling on the spot on the back of my head, feeling air going through my head, and what feels and smells like urine and feces, along with getting button clicking, the sound of buttons being clicked constantly in my left ear. I have been seriously brain split, seriously brain injured. I have been body mutilation. I have serious right lung damage and kidney damage. My full right side is pretty much completely gone. I am a 3.5 year revenge retaliation victim of Lennox and Annington, Ontario Provincial Police for speaking of their crimes out of the Morning Star mission, the human homeless trafficking, and the homeless exploitation for monetary gain. As a result, I became a victim ex-OPP chief or commander. He had me shot at my previous address, not with a bullet, but by with something, him and somebody in a black truck. At my previous address, they shot something. He went by in a white Jeep Wrangler. He pointed, he waved, I waved back. Black truck pulled up. They pointed something and shot it, went into my right ear. I had problems ever since. I had no problems prior to that. I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to that. I was doing good mentally, physically, spiritually, in all ways. And then I spoke up of this, and I got a visit from Spencer Mills and somebody from the mental health to basically let me know that if I did not talk and stop talking about what was happening, there'd be serious consequences, either mentally or criminally. 100% right. And then Billy Wooldridge, one known as one Billy Wooldridge, used to live at 34 Water Street. He now lives at 149 Center Street North, Napanee, Ontario. He's bald, glasses, goatee. He's my identity thief, and I just shaved my head last night. So I also have, in case anybody knows or don't know, I also have a cyst on my left shoulder that I've had there for approximately 15 years as well for body identification to prove it's me. It's on my shoulder pretty much. And a scar under my right chin that I got from being stabbed when I was a kid with me and my older brother, my half brother, Steven. I have what is called remote neural monitoring being used on me. It is police and military tech. Excuse me, it is nano microchip implant, and OPP are using it criminally, and they're giving it to pedophiles, sex offenders, inmates, human traffickers, and they are using it for criminal purposes. Pedophiles are using it on children for invasive surveillance to watch children without them knowing about it. They're selling them that way. Adults to sex offenders. William Billy Wooldridge, the one known as William Bill Wooldridge, alleged Hells Angels Ontario chapter leader and a harbored sex offender who they will not arrest, and I can prove it. I have video to prove it. One, his arrest and being surrounded, hands on guns, and then me being kidnapped May 27, 2021 for wanting the same thing through Shelley Hafner and her incompetency bullshit lies. That was to steal my blood and piss, which they did for this identity theft against me. They falsely arrested me to have my pictures, my signature, and everything else they needed to put into the biometric system for this identity theft, for forgeries, framings, and frauds against me as well. Medical blacklisting, medical discrimination, medical treatment refusals by criminally negligent co-committing with intent, Lennox and Addington Hospital, from administration to a paladin security guard to Dr. Tatiana V, aka Marky V, Stacy's girlfriend, mental health worker, was Daily Tea Company here in Napanee, now Kingston. There is Joy Hadley, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Barton, Dr. McGregor, triage nurses Terry, Tanya, and David. They are in on this, and they are all very seriously dangerous, aiding OPP and the one known as William Bill Wooldridge of 149 Center Street with this, along with Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jason Van Alstyne, a guy named Ray Ray that has a deaf white pit bull that lives behind Mamma Mia's restaurant here in Napanee. There is a Michelle Irish and a Holly Carlisle. They're also guilty of animal abuse and murders as well. They are guilty of seriously injuring and deforming my dog Runt, as a matter of fact. And if anything happens to him, you will go down and pay for it, you pieces of shit garbage. They are getting high and they are sitting back using R&M on me, numbing me down, constantly broadcasting through me. And as a result, I'm going through identity theft and deforming from the radiation and all the other stuff that's being pumped through me. It's softening my skull, and this is how I am going through my changes, and they are using this and broadcasting through me. And as a result, this is how my identity theft and identity change is being done. This is how they traffic. This is how the police traffic, frame, and murder, and getting away with it. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. This is revenge, retaliation. No criminal record or history, regardless of what they say. Never had one until falsely charged to give me one in an attempt to give me one to justify the crimes that they are guilty of in an attempt to criminalize me. Isn't that right? So you could get this. And to get out of your crimes that the doctors are involved in with OPP. Spencer Mills, badge number 14716, was here in Napanee. Now apparently he is in Aurelia. So Aurelia, anybody be careful, watch out. You hear the name Spencer Mills. Beware, because he is a very seriously dangerous human trafficker, serial killing cop. There is the ex-chief or OPP of there is the ex-chief or commander year 2019. The one that had me shot. There is staff sergeants years 2019 and 2021. There is Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas as well. Robert can fuck, can kill, can get away with it. Money badge, family, town council. Lucas, 100% right. And I live no more than 50 feet from him, from my back door to his. There is a Maggie Falls that works with him. She is involved with this. And a Bert Hustler or a human or whatever his name is involved with this. Tyler Lake, of course, and there is other pieces of shit that are passing this around, using it on me as well 24/7, causing me serious internal damages, knowing I cannot go to a hospital or do anything about this, so I have to put up with constantly being injured and numbed. I have their feces and their urine going through me. They sit around and they stick the R&M up their ass and it goes through me, and that's no fucking joke, because this shit acts like a hologram. This is the invasive surveillance part. It's a nano microchip implant. I have proven it, and it's designed for the central nervous system for invasive surveillance and for also internal destruction. So I've been seriously deformed. No matter what I have proven or shown, there is nothing I've been able to do. I'm a revenge retaliation victim. I'm 50 years old. My mother was killed by Blair Hardy, Billy Wooldridge 2 years ago, as a matter of fact, to the day, December 20th, 2020. So they're guilty of killing her 2 years to the day today. For Spencer Mills and Stacy. Billy Wooldridge thinks we were switched at birth. He thinks that he is my dad, but I don't fucking think so. We're no relation in any way, shape, or form. I better not share any DNA with you little bastards now either, because Blair Hardy is 65 years old, no relation. Billy Wooldridge, no relation, approximately 72, 73. Tyler Lake involved, and Jason Van Alstyne, 30 approximately, and maybe 40, 45. Van Alstyne, no relation whatsoever. So because of this happening to me, I share any DNA now with any of you pieces of shit bastards. You're gonna seriously fucking pay for this. I'm getting nothing but burning right now, like a laser hitting the back of my head, that spot on the back of my head, and it's swelling up. My skull has been seriously flattened, called a liar, blown up like a balloon, told by Dr. Waldron I was crazy, couldn't go through identity theft, which I've proven, and that I was crazy, he couldn't fix that I was a retard. As a matter of fact, too. He's called me that. Dr. Barton laughing in my face over being sodomized by OPP Staff Sergeant and Billy Wooldridge. Dr. Pritchard trying to have me committed for having it happen because of who it was done to and by, and because I'm a 50-year-old man. So let that be a warning. This is how OPP traffic, rape, and murder right here in Napanee, and they're doing it with Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, and Jay Van Alstyne. I'm being seriously deformed and decayed from the inside while these fuckers are killing me and getting away with it. And there is not a damn thing I could do about it. So remember this, they false arrest. They're guilty of terrorism. They're guilty of murdering my mother. They're guilty of doing this to me, torturing me, slow killing me by these pieces of shit doing this to me. And I have proof of wanting to arrest and them refusing it. They even have a justice of the Fed that's a cocaine fed justice of the peace that refuses arrest for everybody. And conveniently, once you start wanting arrest and charging, everybody transfers that's involved police wise to avoid arrest and charging on them and OPP themselves for their crimes, and also to make their victims look like liars, and so they can deny their involvement with their crimes. And this is another way sit back, buy time, transfer, and do this and that, refuse arrest, and boom, you get away with your fucking crimes. Bringing in other cops from other places, false cops as well, fake cops here as well. The OPP you think you know, and the doctors here as well. Wooldridge, Hardy, Lake, Van Alstyne. I will see you arrested, and I will see you in cuffs, and you will pay for this, you pieces of shit garbage. I'm Chris Wood, and I am an identity theft victim. For speaking of police crimes, remember this: love all, hate none. It can happen to me as it can happen to you, and these people are conveniently untouchable and unarrestable, meaning they got away with murdering the Wood bloodline. And this is no joke. I've asked for help and asked for it, nothing. So Chris Wood is dead. The Wood bloodline is gone. Billy Wooldridge gets his fucking identity theft, and I go on being killed. Congratulations, you fucking bastards. The R&M plus his prisoner tracking on me to read as him, plus all the blood and piss to be switched. After 3 years of doing this to me, you're turning me into him, you fucking cocksuckers. If he was arrested or I could go get help, this could be proven. Be safe, everybody. Watch yourselves, watch your children, watch your finances, because this is about identity and financial theft as well. They steal welfare and disabilities as well. human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery, trafficking, pedophilia, false arrest, identity thefts, and frauds. Beware, be safe. Ooh. Anything happens to me, OPP is responsible, and the hospital here, along with Woldridge, Hardy, Lake, and Van Alstyne. And they will go down for murder and attempted murder. Anything happens to my dog as well, run, they are guilty of it as well. They are seriously fucking dangerous pieces of shit.